talk about the deck I'm playing today. So, playing a take on Rug Delver that Gold Ducat posted. The original list had 3 Ethereal Foragers, but I kind of think that's way too many. Um, the problem with Ethereal Forager is that it's like actually not very good in multiples. But there's a lot to like about the card if you're not playing against a Pyroblast deck. Like if you're playing against a Pyroblast plus Bolt deck, it's like not a very good card. But if you play against like, I don't know, Maverick style or like some fair deck that can't like, I guess Plow kills it, but them only having 4 Plows is a lot less to ask for versus like 4 Bolt plus 3 Pyro plus Brazen Borrower, which like kind of makes it very awkward to rely on the card. So I'm going to try out this version. He had 3 Foragers. I cut one for a Mandrills just because I think sometimes the having another big green creature is great. I've moved away from Uro because it's kind of felt kludgy in the deck in a lot of ways. And I think I've seen this trend. There's a version of this deck that plays like Bone Crusher Giant, less Tarmogoyfs, and more like mid-rangey cards. So I don't know. It's like it's not a slam dunk that I should do this, but it kind of feels like that this version makes sense, is how I would put it. So I'm playing 0 Uros, which means I'm not playing a Taiga. If I played a Taiga, I would switch the fetch lands around, and the Taiga would be over the island, but I think island makes sense with Forager. So there's a lot of deck building implications for putting Forager into your deck. I don't think you can play Forager and Uro in the same deck. I think that just leads to way too many problems. Both of them have like a pretty expensive delve cost. I mean, people played Mandrills and Uro, but I kind of think that was not great either. Back to playing no bad cards. Yeah, kind of. Uro is a good card, don't get me wrong. Is Bone Crusher good? I don't know. Some people were playing it. I think Bone Crusher is really, really, really strong in Fair Mirrors, but it's not so good besides that. Like, I'm not thrilled to play against Bone Crusher as this deck, but I mean, obviously it's good, and if someone casts Bone Crusher versus me in game 1, I want to fawn it. Like even fawn pitch would be decent. Like I want to stop stomp on my creature or whatever, you know? Because I'm gonna have to deal with that 4/3 anyways eventually. For the sideboard, he had a different sideboard. I kind of just like to play the cards I like to play because that's how Legacy works. I tend to play more narrow but powerful effects like Null Rod and Court of Cunning, and he doesn't. I'm playing a Wilt because I think Rest in Peace is really good versus this version of the deck, and kind of would rather not deal with just being cold to rip. Although, like, it's still very, very, very good against this deck. Like, don't get me wrong. It's always going to be good against this deck. Don't think you can really avoid that. Anyways, I think that's all I have to say about the deck. We have 7 minutes before the prelim. And as always, if you enjoyed the stream and you want to support it, follows are definitely appreciated. That's free to do. And if you have a Twitch Prime sub, consider using it here. If you have a regular sub you want to use, that's also appreciated. And thanks for everyone being here. We're going to try to get those QPs today. We're going to try to hunt those prey. The prey that have been hiding from me. I don't like Spell Pierce that much. I would play the 4th Fawn before the first Spell Pierce, personally. It's not like obviously 100% that you should do that. Still looking at this deck. I didn't know how to fix it. It's probably not fixable. I just like the name of the deck, Wish Upon a Smudge. I didn't know how to make it work. I think it kind of doesn't work. But that's okay. Maybe someone else can look at it and try to make it work at some point. I do think like the slower Witherbloom decks do seem appealing. The ones that do play Force, even though I had written that off to begin with, do think that actually ends up making sense. So perhaps that's going to be a thing that happens at some point. In fact, I guess I can just look at the list. Or not. Yeah, I had that thought to begin with as well, and I never actually did it. Rev 614 is dead but has a really cool name. What does that mean? What does Rev 614 mean? I don't actually know what that means, I guess. Maybe a Bible verse? Oh, I see. Alright, anyways, not gonna multi-table today at all. I had enough of that yesterday. It's just unpleasant. Oh, it's a Bible verse? Rev 614. Yeah, I just googled it. What deck is that referring to? Cabinet open stream? Well, if you sub, it might become one. But it also might be closed. Sometimes it's open, sometimes it's closed. Half open, half closed as well. Clopen? Oh, Doomsday Show and Tell crossover? Yeah, I do. Especially since I see that Twitch Prime logo. That's all I'm saying. Okay, 2 minutes until the first match starts. 19 people in the prelim? 20. We're getting the competition, folks. Let's see what happens. See what happens. Why are there ads on this site? Alright, I'm off it. If that site made why did it make me open an ad? Alright, I'm off it. We don't like that. Alright, here we go. Round 1 coming up in 20 seconds. Trying to get into the winning mood again. It's been so long. 22 people. All right. LFG chat, LFG. Actually, I should start a prediction, but it's not too late. One minute, get your votes in. I have an awkward hand. I think I'm just gonna mulligan it, actually. I think this isn't even better, but... Actually, this is probably better, to be quite fair. It's good. I has to eventually play a protected forager. Right. I'm just bolting that on my turn. Banter bug. Not sure which yet. If they're going to force, I'm gonna force back. Sucks. This is not that bad, but it's kind of bad. So the plan is, I think I have to clear out that Strix with my bolt. I just hope to draw another cantrip so I can go like cantrip, delve all my spells away to the forager again. We have what's too good here. I think I just have to force it 100% of the time. Yeah, I think I'm going to use my bolt still. I just hope they don't have another removal spell for this. Because they technically didn't have removal spell for the last one. Also, if they're bug, they might not be able to remove this Forager that easily. So I can either daze it or return Bolt. I think I have to daze it and just hope to find another Bolt for the Uro. Wait, shit. I didn't do it. Oh no. Alright, guess I'm bolting it. That was a misplay. Probably gonna cost me too. Kind of weird, like I said it out loud and I didn't do it. Oh, also the double bolt plan's not very good versus their Caracas, but kind of whatever. Kind of just have to hope to get out of this somehow. Kind of works, I guess. If they're smart, they'll just Caracas to fizzle the petty theft. Because then it denies me the 3-1. Yeah. Alright. So maybe I'm getting somewhere. Yeah, that's the problem with Bug. They don't actually have a good answer for this. It's kind of neat. See if I can get them with 5 attacks of this thing, I guess. Yeah. Yep. That's like a Whispers of the Muse for them. I'm probably dead in the water actually, but perhaps I get lucky. Seems kind of hard to get lucky enough to win from this spot. Probably would gain you 3 life. Blue, green, gain 3 life, draw a card. No, I don't think so. It's fine. It's not going great. Perhaps I shouldn't even played Brainstorm that turn. Yep. Them doesn't look good. Alright, I'm done here now. They're just gonna Uro again, and I'm just dead to it. I played One Loam forever, to be fair, like in this post ban, but that's because other people suggested it to me, and I thought it was a good idea. Alright, I think I'm gonna shave some number of fawns. I think they're actually not that good. I'll probably leave in a borrower. So I'm gonna sideboard like this. I'm actually gonna use the bathroom real quick before game 2. And if you enjoy the stream, follow and sub. Twitch Prime subs are appreciated. Be right back for game 2. No, I changed my mind because of Baleful Strix, specifically for I deliver attack. And you notice I took out all my lightning bolts? I kind of wonder if I should just take out Tarmogoyf for that reason, but I think that might be overdoing it. The hand's great. Land or instant or sorcery are both great here. This is safer. Perfect. There was. Kind of argument is if they remove a creature, I'd prefer that they remove my Delver first. Wasn't, but. Yeah, I think it's close, but obviously I did what I did. These sort of interfere, but in Ducat's build, it would be 2 Foragers, so it's not like I'm actually giving anything up by doing this. I'm still gonna Brainstorm. That was actually pretty good, I think. I knew I had one bad card on top, namely this one, but it actually worked out well. I'm gonna offer the trade. Yeah, I expect them to take it almost every time. Alright. Let me untap with it, please. Alright. Cute. Like I said, it's not that easy for them to kill this thing, so that's one of the major issues with Bug, I think, as a deck. Yeah, they can spend time loaming it back, but I don't really care about that. It costs a lot of time, plus I can just play another threat anyways. Like, they might just be dead before the loam actually matters. Just want to buy draw steps versus their Uro. Okay. This is a pay 8 stream. Pay 4 stream, I think. Well, I think paying 8 there is just not a good idea, really. I mean, I don't think it does that much. Oh, these stops are messed up. I was wondering why I was going through that. I feel like it could have messed me up at some other point. It's good. I think I just burn it. Yeah, I think I can pay all my life later on as well. I think just putting the force in my hand by just casting the ponder is good, even though like I'm spewing a shuffle, obviously. Do I care? I think I don't. Yeah, that's what I think. The only downside of that plan is what if they there's a few things wrong with it, I guess. Actual answer. Yeah. Maybe dazing was good to make my 4/4. I didn't consider that, but I think I should have. But I'll pay 8 because I have the brainstorm as well, so the resources actually matter. All right, Forager's been really good so far, but admittedly, I'm playing against Bug, and Bug is really soft to this sort of thing, you know. Keeping these, keeping that, keeping these. The days is another blue card. All right, see you later, mandrills, I guess. Oh, maybe I should have kept the mandrills. Actually, actually, I should have kept the mandrills because I can't play. Well, I can't play this out and leave up 2 blasts, but I don't think it's going to matter. Anyways, Forager's kind of like insane here. I don't know. Like I just buried my opponent with these Foragers. I was just editing if I had to force it or not, and I think I do. All right, if they have Ooze in their deck, I want to put Bolt back in. I took out Bolt, but now that I've seen the Ooze, I think the Bolt is good again. I think I'm going to side out Wilt, actually, and probably the Borrower. That both games have been a rout so far. Like I got pretty owned by Uro in the first game. That game I just like routed my opponent. I think Tarmogoyf might not actually be that good versus them. Like it sounds weird, but I think I'm going to shave 2 Tarmogoyfs. Still don't want Court of Cunning, I think. Tarmogoyf also not good versus Scavenging Ooze, like if it comes down to that. I want all my bolts in. Well, Tarmogoyf is bad versus Baleful Strix unless we kill the Strix, but I don't think our opponent's playing Tarmogoyf as... I think they're just playing like Leovold and shit, you know? I could side in Submerge. I thought about it. I think it's not good enough. Like, just barely. Alright, yeah, this is fine. I think I'm going to fetch for Trop, play Delver. Well, it's good versus Scavenging Ooze. I'm gonna force that. I think I'll just let it go. Wait, trade? I think I do, actually. No, it's not pointless. It means I can... If I ponder into another land next turn for my Forager, it means I can play it, right? Like, we've already established my opponent's really bad at killing Forager, right? Maybe I should have played Tarmogoyf that turn, actually. Instead. I think I should have, actually. I was just thinking that the Forager was more important, but that might be wrong. In case I think this is not good enough, I think that just will... That'll end up with me clunking too much. No Soul Guide there, Ponder. I'm still in fine shape. Don't get me wrong, but I think I could have just played Tarmogoyf and been a little bit better off. What sound does a Forager make? I don't know. Great question. I feel like they have dispute, so I should actually play this. This is worse versus Decay, but better versus other things, so... I should have sided out more Tarmogoyfs, I guess. This is really embarrassing. Jeez. Probably shouldn't have sided in the Loam either, if this is how the games are gonna play out. Oh, I should have dazed that, I think. Oh, that was really bad, actually. Shit. Okay. Why did I do that? I should have kept the Pyro for that. Pyroed it. These dazes aren't doing shit unless if I waste them and then they have... I don't know what. And actually should have probably considered Submerge for Ooze because of these scenarios as well. I think I just threw this game really hard. I should have dazed the Ponder last turn, because if they don't pay, then I get to bolt the Ooze. I'm probably winning. And now I'm probably just losing instead. Yeah. Sucks. I'm just gonna die to that. I think this game was very winnable. I just made a bunch of bad decisions and I'm drawing 2 blasts. Alright, I'm dead. I mean, I draw a blast, they attack, and then I don't have any outs because my deck isn't configured. Oh, that was really bad. I should have had Submerge in my deck once I saw Scavenging Ooze too. Even though it's like bad versus the rest of their deck, but... Looks to suck, I guess. Will I ever win a match again? The answer seems to be no. Well, whoever bet on no won a bunch of channel points. All right, let's run it back for the next round. Maybe I do better. Jesus, that was not well played. Basically, you should have used the blast on this. Should have kept a blast instead of daze in hand. Should have dazed the Ponder. Oh no, I think that matchup's absolutely fine. The Forager is really powerful versus them, as you could tell. But if you want to support the stream and you're new here, following is appreciated. Twitch Prime and regular subs are appreciated as well. I played that really bad. Gosh. It wasn't even like anything tricky. It's just like ABC Legacy. Sandy Dog. Oh, this hand's quite good. I wonder. Sandy Dog used to play Sneak and Show a long time ago. I don't know if that's the case anymore. Sandy Dog also used to play Merfolk, but that was a really long time ago. Despite having no cantrips, this hand is excellent, though. Like, I don't know. We're actually immune to Wasteland for the first turn cycle or so. We have, like, a reasonable plan. If I draw just one land, I can just, like, play Delver, unsummon something, play a 3-1, and have a few free counters and hope that's good enough. Obviously, it might not be good enough, but, who knows? I'm gonna keep hunting these QPs to basically no success. Instead, throwing it every time. Fine, remind me after this match to open a chest for you. It smells like Sneak and Show. Dom, I heard you've been crushing Modern, Dom. Ponder's a nice one. I should have... Oh, I guess I didn't get punished, but I should have at least considered not playing my land first. Extra blue card in hand matters, and I'd rather pitch the Force. So, like that. Let's see if they have one of the two spirit guides that JPA plays. I'm gonna brainstorm this turn. I knew there was a Volk on top, so brainstorming that turn's not even that appealing to me. Alright, I think that is just good enough that I don't have to shuffle this turn. Yes, I'm using Force because of Tarmogoyf. Force of Will. Glad you asked. Yeah, that's exactly it. Also, I should have just played Borrower that turn, actually. Yeah, probably I was supposed to just play Borrower. Getting a little bit hasty again. They force this, they die to my Delver, so it's checkmate. All right. Better lucky than good. My hand was extremely good versus Sneak and Show. Like, I don't know how to put it. It's that hand's like basically close to perfect. Forget. Was GP playing was he playing Defense Grid? If he was playing Defense Grid, I want Bolt in my deck. One Defense Grid. Sometimes you can tag thing. I think I want Sylvan just to try to grind, and I think I might just cut like oh, I need to still put stuff in, I guess. Maybe like Wilt is better because of Defense Grid. I want Court versus like Bant Miracles, Tribal. Like a slow creatureless deck. I would side in Court versus lands as well. And probably like something like Cloud Post. Alright, this seems fine. Reluctant Keep is how I would describe this hand, but I have a lot of looks out of Force. It's mostly for the cheap Monarch. Good question though, Zoo, Michaelis. He's basically a 3-mana Palace Jailer versus like control decks. I think I have to keep that. I mean, I could bottom looking for a Force, but specifically I only get punished if this turn they go off all the way, but they shuffled on their Ponder. So I think it's actually safe to keep the Strand that turn. Fall for favor, right, Tribal? It's like dehydration, actually, not pacifism. I'm gonna brainstorm now. When it rains, it pours. Two Ponders back, probably? Could put like a Ponder and a Brainstorm back, actually, because I think there's a real chance I'll have to shuffle this turn regardless. When it rains, it ponders. Oh god, that's so much better than what I said, yeah. That's fine. There's a temptation to daze there, but I think I'm going to want that land in play on a different turn cycle. I think I still have to get Trop. Yeah. Just felt like, how do I put it? It felt like having both of the lands in play on a further turn for double days does the same thing, except because maybe getting to play Mandrills is a better tiebreaker. But maybe that's not right. Yeah, I guess that's true. Man, they didn't have the sneaky, was there a wasteland on top? There's a waste on top. I kind of just want to ponder in the waste and waste them, but it's probably not even good. Probably supposed to just play this and like try to end the game fast. 16. Yeah, I should have played. I guess I could have done a lot of things differently on that turn cycle. There was a waste. Alright. I think I'm wasting them now. I think it's just way too good to cut them off. Alright. Clearly wasting them is correct. Alright. Didn't play that well, but then my deck delivered. I think is how I would put that match. I'm not playing Beaumont Courier. I disagree strongly with Zan. I do not believe that card is a good legacy card. I battled Sandy Dog so many years on MTGO. I think I have a pretty good record versus him. There's a GP where I queued into him IRL, and I just like, yeah, he's playing mono red. There's no chance. Like in standard, and clearly he was mono red, and I just cast Hydrate Crisis and won the game because Hydrate Crisis was messed up. Just gotta know your opponents, chat. Sandy Dog used to be Merfolk, Sneak Attack, Mono Red, Burn. Yeah, I wish there. Actually, there sort of is, but it only applies to people you've played a reasonable amount. Sandy Dog. Dog. No, this computer is not recent enough. Like I've played Sandy Dog way more than this, but this is like since I installed onto this computer probably like 2017. Yeah, exactly. This is since 2017, so it doesn't have the history from like 2009 or whatever, you know? I've been taking some rough beatings. It's not been great. All right. How much time is left? All right, chat. I'm going to start a draft match. I'm sorry for those of you who don't like draft, but we're going to do it. I have a medium black-white deck. But I don't want to start a match with the legacy deck. I'm just trying different versions of white-black. Rise of Ectus is Annihilate. That is my TED talk. If you don't know what Annihilate is, well, look it up. Oh, I have to pay out, don't I? This is worse, but Morgan Unlimited is so bad, but I think that first hand was just like asking for a lot of trouble. Oh yeah, Slay would be better than Annihilate, but okay, my opponent is going to bury me and with the 3-mana 2/2. Oh, I should have considered killing that. Alright. This might be a fast draft match, chat. I played Slay exactly once or twice in Modern. Not good. Slay is decent mental magic, assuming you're not playing like a broken mental magic format. Yeah, opponent's deck is pretty good. They got Pest Summoning. It's a critical card for the deck. I think I just have to do this. It sucks to not get extra value out of my Show of Confidence, but I think just getting in the damage now matters a little bit more. Like, I could have waited until end step, cast that for 3, and then cast that with all of the targets on it. But that also means if they have a removal spell for this, it's so bad for me. So I chose not to do it. Obviously might regret it. No, I don't think this card's ever going to matter this game. It's kind of just not a good card in the format as well. It's better compared to Annihilate, I think. Grip of Desolation is more like Plague Spores. If you want to look that card up. It was, but I think the analogy is fine. Plague Spores was kind of bad. Grip was not that... Like, Grip was fine in the format, but I think people overrated it quite a bit, was my recollection. Oh man, if they don't kill this Combat Professor... Was it? It's been too long. Actually, you're probably right. I just don't remember anymore. It's been like literal years. When it's popping off. By the way, all of the learn cards are decent. Even like the marginal ones I think are still relatively good, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. I'm gonna lose to that. They're gonna just like obviously exile one of these and trade with that, and I'm gonna be dead. Yeah, I agree with you, Ferendo, but it's not gonna help when they just kill it with their necrotic fumes. really is not going to help. Anyways, we're just playing this draft match between rounds of the Legacy Prelim. Alright, I'll bite. I think I'm gonna just take a risk and cast this on that and see what's up. They're just doming me for 6? What was that? I don't understand what happened there. Actually, I have no idea what just happened right there. Bad arithmetic. Yeah, it's possible. Still gonna lose, which is the sad part of this, but because like I played my land out because I want to use the campuses, and getting to the bigger mana thresholds actually matters. I assume this is dead now. And then I'm gonna just be in. Oh, what? Okay. I'm gonna scribe before I block because it just gives me better information. Alright, well. 13 damage. I guess I should block like this. I think this creature is just too valuable to jump with yet. I think I'm gonna scry upkeep because I really do need to play another spell this turn. I probably should not. Oh my god, I tapped all my swamps? What is wrong with me? Holy shit, that's so bad. Because it's like pretty easy to keep that here. Now I can't really keep it. I don't like this card. I don't think this card is particularly good, but like obviously I'm getting beaten down here. But yeah, I should have just left a swamp untapped. There was like a chance I could outrace, like that could just like gobble their entire board if they flooded out. Mostly drawing dead now. Alright, well if they had another creature, I probably was Lou. Yep, nope. I threw it, chat. I just left a swamp untapped. Just tapping the mountain makes sense because I only have one red card in my deck. Should just tap those four, pretty much. Alright, they're black-green. I do think I want to Expel in this matchup. I haven't yet, but it sounds good to me personally. I'll just take like this card out. This card is like not particularly good in my deck. This deck I don't think is good, period, but things went off the rails. Possible I should have just been starting Expel the entire time. How many matches left? Legacy Prelim. I think Expel is fine. I'm not sure it's like pretty great. I think there are matchups where you want it. This is a matchup where I definitely want it. Reluctant Keep, I think, is how I would qualify this one. Which one, Ferrando? I mean, this card's in my deck because like I kind of just need to fill the curve, and it like has some small synergies with cards I have. Oh, the Drainer is like obviously great, but this card's just like obvious filler. Probably like a C minus, maybe a D plus. You use like the traditional grading scale or whatever. Really need to draw planes this turn, I think. I don't think if I don't draw planes, I think I'm pretty much dead. It's sad. Okay. Definitely need to attack though. Oh wait, y'all, don't sleep on this card. It's fine to put this in your sideboard. Just draft it late in one of the packs. It's nice to have sometimes. Obviously, it's like not a great card, but the fact that it sits in your sideboard until when it would be good, I think makes it a lot better. It is worth splashing for this card. Trust me, chat. It's just. Alright, guess I have to make a risky double block and probably just lose. And it doesn't really work if they just cast this first, I think. Like if they just cast on my 2/3 flyer, which makes a lot of sense. Okay, chat. I've been run out of round 1 of a draft, which is sad, but that's okay. This deck is not good, I think, is the other issue. Deck's not good, didn't play great, and opponent had like a pretty insane curve. Alright, so Zuga J Manor. Going to game 2. Perhaps I will win round 3 of the Legacy event. Perhaps that'll happen. I think Expanded Anatomy is pretty good, actually. but you have to be an aggressive deck to make use of it. But obviously, Environmental Sciences, I think, is like one of the best commons in the format. The removal spell is like exactly fine. I don't love the Scry to draw one. 3 mana is a lot to pay for a Preordain, but it's a fine card as well. I haven't gotten to play with Mascot Exhibition yet, and I assume it's just bananas. I can't really see it not being insane. You know, because especially the fact that you don't have to put a 7-drop into your main deck and draw it when it's awkward, it's going to correlate to winning more often than not, I think. Anyways, welcome everyone here. We're currently waiting for round 3 of the Legacy prelim. If you're new here, following is appreciated. And if you have a Twitch Prime or a regular sub you want to use here, that is also appreciated. All forms of support are appreciated here. And that reminds me, I need to open a chest for Feingersh, right? Alright, Feingersh. Let's see what's in the chest. Alright, Feingersh. This was you. This was the OG Colony Hydra, I believe. And Prognostic Sphinx, which was the Shuda Yusuka defining card, I believe, in that format. What an insane card in Booster Draft. Just attack. Do I need lands? Nope. All of them to the bottom. Yeah, no, Prognostic Sphinx was extremely good in that block BT as well, I think. It wasn't that easy to kill, which was part of the problem. Why can you just give it hexproof by discarding a card? Who can say? At least it tapped it. So, yeah, it is the original Dream Trawler, isn't it? You are absolutely right. Yeah, you're right. I hadn't considered that. Alright, chat. Ask me questions. Ask me anything. We'll do this now, because I don't really want to start another match. I am aware this is a dangerous thing to do. Who's my least favorite mod? Oh, I don't know. Probably someone who doesn't show up anymore. Yeah, Canoxide is just asking questions that cause trouble. That one's not a good one to ask. What do you think the best... What do I think the best thing was before sliced bread? Probably the printing press. But that's also a weird question to ask. I don't know how to, really answer that one or explain my answer. Just kind of is, you know? Unrelated, or actually, I guess related to Legacy. I'll be helping cover the Mana Traders Legacy on Saturday, so check that out. I believe it'll be me, Lee, Colin, and Honorog? Question mark? If I could have the powers of one of the Avengers, which power would I choose? I don't know. Just the powers, none of the other problems, right? Like, none of the personal problems or psychological things that they have to go through. I mean, the power of money is a pretty good answer, but that's not really a power, right? That's like the Bruce Wayne Superman thing. Like, would you rather be Superman or Batman? Okay, I guess it is a power. Then I would also rather be Bruce Wayne over Clark Kent for that reason. Yeah, Tony Stark, power of money and engineering and being a drunkard. That's kind of a nice answer, but I'm still thinking about it. Who else is in the Avengers? Let's see. There's Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk. There's Wanda, aka the Scarlet Witch. There's definitely not Hawkeye. Wait, Spider-Man's an Avenger? What? That's some weird. Isn't Spider-Man DC? I don't know anymore. Spider-Man's not DC? I'm so confused now. I apparently don't know which universe Spider-Man lives in as well. I can tell because Spider-Man has good movies. I don't know. The Tobey Maguire ones were not great, to be fair. But I guess that one doesn't count. What about? No, I do not believe the Tobey Maguire ones were that great. Yeah, Marvel is clearly greater than DC, but that's not what I'm arguing. I just couldn't remember Spider-Man. Yeah, Stu. But Andrew Garfield was not. The only thing I associate Andrew Garfield with was being in The Social Network. True, Montoya, true. Alright, I'll be back for the next round. I started some good conversation. I'm gonna get some water, turn the light behind me, and we'll be back for round 3. And keep the questions coming. I'll answer them. And follow sub. The new Spider-Man on PS5. I haven't played video games in like so long. Top 3 MTG artists. Rebecca Guay, I think, is number 1 for me. And I'm ashamed to say this. I have to look up who drew Rashad and Port, but I will look that up real quick. The original one. Whoa. It's Jerry Tiritilli. I wonder what else they've drawn. I don't know offhand. They drew the original Goblin Lackey. That's cool. Whoa. Jerry Tiritilli didn't draw that many cards. Like, a total of 37. It's interesting. Right, who else is a good artist? I guess I'll see who drew the Apex I own. Actually, let's do it live, chat. Do it live. Where did I put that box? In the process of cleaning my room, I can't find some things now. Because cleaning is sometimes losing things. This is embarrassing. The Mount Fuji is nice. That's what I was looking at. I do like the APAC lands a lot, so whoever drew whichever ones I like, that's up there for me as well. Oh, did I pay out that prediction? I think I did. Alright. I'll start a prediction for the next match and give it like 5 minutes because we have plenty of time. Get your gambles in. Where did I put those lands? Really bothering me. Oh, chat, I have no idea. Oh, okay. Joking aside, or joking included, Klug, Eric Klug, top artist. I mean, remember, check these out. How could he say no? An Eric Klug original. Plugs for Klug, yeah, pretty much. This one is... What language is this? Anyone know what language that is? The other three are English, and that one is whatever that language is. I think it's Italian, but I'm not sure. And the classic Snoopy's writing a story, Tarmogoyf. Yeah, it's a little bit blurry. It says La Forza de Tarmogoyf y Paris al numero de tipi de carta. It sounds Italian, but I obviously don't know for sure. Remember, get your predictions in. So far, everyone's betting on me to win the next match. I don't think that's how predictions work, or at least if everyone bets on one side, I don't think it'll go very well for the chat. Y'all need to balance. Y'all need to balance the betting. Just play the odds. Yeah, exactly. Play the odds. This match is going along. The last round ended really fast, but this one's taken longer. This is a bad thing about streaming prelims. There's just so much downtime. It's another reason I don't stream big events, because I kind of feel like it would drive me nuts to have so much downtime in between if I was playing a fast deck or whatever. I tried it once or twice. I also just play not great while I'm streaming, I think sometimes. It is exacerbated the longer the day goes. Whoa, 34K on no. Who's the hater? Who's the hater on that? One person voted 34K no. Out yourself. Out yourself. Renpaw had a lot of Sarah points playing the odds trying to get rich. Well, there is still the open all for 200k points. Although I don't have that many chests to open anymore. It's true. It's true. I'm glad someone bet that much on the no. Yeah, I'll try to win now. Now it's almost a balanced bet for the house. Or for each other, rather. I'll also be playing the Legacy Prelim at 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow on stream. Might have a guest, might not. Depends if anyone's awake then. Alright, come on. Come on, this match. Just finish. Should have played a slower deck. J-Manor switched decks a bunch. I lost to them playing D&T a while ago as well. When I was playing Food Chain, it's kind of disappointing because I think Food Chain is generally decent in that matchup, especially if you play with 2 Walking Ballista. Still had a Hydroid Crisis in my deck by that point, and I didn't really care for the card. It is not a great card, is one way of putting it. Chat, why is this taking so long? Maybe I should have started another match. Or done the puzzle jam. Or done a Scrabble jam or something, I don't know. I was talking to my not quite cousin about Scrabble at some point. Play some Sporkle. No, we're too close now. Ooh, even Mind Sensor? In response to the Explorer trigger? Oh no, I'm not doing it now. Now that the match is finally finished. We might, well, we'll see if the next round finishes quickly for me, but. If it does, then I'll do something else. Letter Tycoon. I don't know what that is. Interesting, I see. I just looked up what it was. Alright, round 3 coming in a second, after all of that downtime. I am not even going to ask what that means, and nor do I really want to know. So there you go. I'm just going to deny you that. I'm sorry. Alright. Let's go! Come on. Zuga. Mirror, probably. What did that do? Curious as to the last version they played. Oh. So they're on Chain of Smog, I guess. Not using that one either. Yes. We'll reveal that one. Blind Footpin is OP. I think I just want to trade creatures off because I'm on the draw and I have more resources. It's fine. I actually am going to brainstorm upkeep to flip and then probably shuffle away something. Care about that. I just want to find a bunch of removal spells now. Chose to shuffle. Could just reveal Preordain and draw it and play Delver Forked Bolt. I think that's probably good. Yeah, I just want to buy time because like my average card quality eventually will be higher because I have only cantrips. It's fine. Do I care? Like, honestly, don't believe I care about that. I think like them losing 2 life matters more. Right. Now that we're at this point, I actually am gonna just take it. I think I'm fine with the days being horrible, to be quite fair. You know about this days, right? Why would they try to burn it? Because like, doesn't that literally not make sense? I'm just playing around a Brook Decay, but maybe I'm not allowed to. It's fine. Alright, got game one. Like, there's a real cost to putting the chain of small cards in your deck for a fair matchup. I think we kind of saw that here. I actually like Forager versus Bug style decks. I think I might shave 2 Glyphs on the draw instead of Horses. Because I just want to make sure I don't think I... No, I basically never side out Days in the Delver Mirrors. I think it's just too good. I think I'm gonna side out Tarmogoyfs though. I'm looking at these borrowers, I don't think I need them. Also, like, vaguely considering Rough Tumble, but it's, like, not that good. No, I sided in alone. This is hard. Guess I have to waste them. Wait, I should just main phase the bolt then. Oops. Now they get a scry out of it. I should have just main phased the bolt. They didn't get a scry. That was actually a mistake. Yeah, I'd rather talk about it after the match. I don't like talking about this stuff during the match. Why? It's so weird, Ocarina. Or, Charble. Why would they do that? Oh, you're making stuff up? Okay, I guess that makes more sense. I'm just gonna try to double walk. Yep. Do you, Zach? Need to draw a brainstorm. Put 2 bad cards back. I think that's how I win. Alright. I think I'm drawing dead. like citing out some number of fouls on the play, but not all of them. I think I'll go with that actually. Alright, game 3, I'm on the play. They are like Bug, Delver with Chain of Smog combo wrapped in. There's a shuffle is a sign of weakness to me, so let me see if I can score a free one. It's close to Daniel's list, yeah. They can't daze me, so I'm fine playing it. If they decay me next turn, that's fine. I guess I'll see if the Wasteland's good next turn. Because if it's not good, I can shuffle it. Okay, I guess it's not good then. Could have submerged there, but I kind of just want them to burn their mana next turn to play it. It's fine. Close game. I'm not talking a lot because this is like a hard one to figure out. Don't want to chain it back because then they can just flashback arrow. Wait, did I know about the bolt? Oh my god. But maybe I should have played towards bolt as an out. That was being hugely problematic though. What Goif? You can only get instants or sorceries back. I wonder if I messed it up by not tapping for a green to make Bolton out. Possible I did. Really bad. But I mean, the Uro is going to be a problem anyways, is the actual issue, I think. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I need to draw a blast ASAP. That's also part of why I shuffled on that ponder, because I just didn't think it was going to be good enough to just bolt the Liliana or whatever, you know? Like, the problem with killing Liliana and not dealing with the Uro is that I just lose to all of the other shit. I just lose to the Uro straight up. It's too late. I'm dead now. I think I could have played that better. Really frustrating. I think I did not play that one well either. To be quite fair. Yeah, your points. Ren is rich. Oh, a lot of people chose no. Alright. One last match for the evening, y'all. Why? I don't know. That match was really hard. Match was really hard. Still alive for 10 QPs if I win this match, which is relevant. Could play against Fresh Tings, Duke 12, MLB 92, but not Sandy Dog. That's 6 people, so it should pair within unless... I don't know what's going to happen. Anyways, if you all appreciate the stream, following is appreciated. Subs, Twitch Prime, and regular subs are also appreciated. So thanks for being here, everyone. Yeah, I really should have brainstormed off Trop. I think I would have still lost to the Uro anyways, but that would have given me a shot if I killed the Liliana, then find Pyroblast a turn or so afterwards, of which there are 2 left in my deck. Their last claimed result was Is It Delver? And if it is, this hand's actually really good. You just go their stuff and carry on. If they're Sneak and Show, it's not so good. Sign me up for a daze here. Yo, Anzi, thanks for the raid, my friend. 1 and 2 in this pre-room, but still fighting for my 10 QPs in this critical match. I just draw all of them. Or at least draw all of the fetch lands. Those of you coming from Anzi's stream, if you want to support the stream, following is appreciated and free to do. And if you have a Twitch Prime or regular sub you want to use here, that's also appreciated. So thanks for everyone being here. I think I'm just going to slam the Goif now. Right? Now is a very good time to do so. If they bolt it, it'll become a 3/4 with 3 damage locked in on it, so it's pretty safe. Preordain? Sure. I have to daze there, even though, like, if it doesn't work, it's, like, kind of scary. No, I think we just bolt this now and see what happens. Yeah, that daze working is a huge deal for me, obviously. This is one of the advantages of playing Rug over Izzet, is like Tarmogoyf is really hard for them to deal with. Just keep adding threats and hope I kill them with them. I see, okay. Yeah, they do play 2 counterspell, but will Tarmogoyf kill them? Haven't you ever seen Mid-Range Delver? If you click on the link, it should show you what their list looks like. The MTG bot sort of scraped their last link. Fine. Not sure. Yeah, I let it go because I had another one as well, I think, is the other answer. They're playing around days. I'll just attack first and see what they have. Don't want to let them block with the thing. It also means I shouldn't play my Delver this turn, because if I do, it'll get bolted by the Snapcast bolt. Just gonna kill that Bone Crusher and attack. Obviously it sucks to take 2 damage, but I think it'll end up being fine, most likely. I better use 1 bolt. There's ways this could go south, but I think generally you should play your Delver up there. If their last 3 cards were Bolt Daze, I would actually lose by playing out that Delver. And if they flipped one of those cards, if they flipped a Bolt or Daze to the Delver, I would lose that way. But besides that, I think doing that is correct. Thanks, Dogs on Twitch. I appreciate you. Glad to see you here as always. Right, they have Brazen Borrowers, True Names. These are great. This is decent. And these are pretty nonsense. The last card that's not very good is probably like one of the Foragers should go on the draw. I'm gonna cut 1 Forager on the draw in this matchup. There's like a small consideration for Blazing Volley to clear out their unflipped Delvers or Snapcasters, but I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons to just play out the Delver. I didn't explain all of them, I just think you win more often by playing the Delver out. Right, that's pretty good. Alright, with the land drawn, I'm actually going to Delver in 1. Without it, I think there's like a debate. If they daze this, I don't really care. It's fine. There's a small amount of merit to dazing it. The problem is I think my lands and being in play matter more, especially since the goal is to resolve Tarmogoyf. Well, you're gonna do this nonsense. This just counters it no matter what, so... I also do want to keep the island in the deck for another Cleansing Wildfire. Like, if they Wildfire me again, probably... I don't know what I'll do. I have a lot of lands. I think I'm going to wait 1 turn on this Tarmogoyf to play around in days. It costs me very little to wait exactly one turn. So I don't know what I want to fetch. I could play around days by fetching first, otherwise they could waste days me. I think I value the ability to fetch the correct land more than letting them 2-for-1 me. I mean, like, them 2-for-1ing me to try to counter my thing I think is fine. the green cards are so insane in these mirrors. It's just like, it's so hard for my opponent to compete. It's also nice that the green cards dodge Pyroblast, is really what I'm thinking. I think I just let that go and try to replay it. Okay. Oh no, what's going on anymore? Let's see. Guess we'll play into days now. I'm gonna force any dazes. Oh, it worked? I will never learn. This card is just... You really don't want to be doing this, I think, for a lot of reasons. I guess I've demonstrated the primary reason you really don't want to do this, because Daze hard counters it every time. You just pick up whatever land they target with the Wildfire, obviously. Futures now, old man? What does that mean here, in this context? Wonder how many submerges they actually play. So far, their submerges have not been terribly backbreaking because I've just been sitting here doing nothing mostly. I'm 2000 and late? What does that mean? Draw, actually. If I only draw Tarmogoyfs Waves in this matchup, I'll be pretty happy. Jeez. All my spells work? I don't know what's going on. Alright. I guess my opponent sided out all of their counters or something? Really weird. Alright. 2 and 2. Not the best finish, but I'll take the 10 QPs to the bank, given how I've been running lately and how I've been playing lately. And if you want to support the stream, follows are appreciated. And if you have a Twitch Prime or regular sub and you want to use it here, those are appreciated too. Postmortem for the deck. Ethereal Forager was really good for me, actually, especially versus the bug style decks. like insanely impressive versus the bug style decks, and I guess that's why you should play an island for their trophies and stuff as well. And plus, it helps you cast the Forager off Delve. I liked the Mandrills. I liked my sideboard more than Daniel's, frankly, but I think the basic idea of this deck is pretty good. Like, I don't think Uro is a sacred cow, and the game sort of felt like I didn't need the Uro. These Brazen Borrowers were not great, but kind of have to play them, I guess. 15 creatures is just so many. I think I might just cut one of those for another spell. Not sure. Maybe main deck a Loom or something like that. Maybe play Chain Lightning. Could always main deck a Pyroblast like I'm a lunatic I am. Just main decking one Pyroblast is reasonable. Uro felt like too much. Well, it's more like I think you have to decide what like delve or escape cards you want to play. And I think Forager might just be the correct card to play since it's easier to cast, and it's kind of almost as powerful as Uro in a short-term game. In a long-term game, Uro is clearly going to be better, but you know, Court didn't come up. Might end up cutting it at some point. Wilt, I think you have to play, otherwise, like, you don't really have enough Chalice Answers in your deck. If you don't play Wilt or Braid, or something like Force of Vigor too is generally pretty important, I think, as well. I like Soul Guide, I like Null Rod, I like Clothis and Rough Tumble and Blazing Volley, and I like 3 Blasts, so deck's really tight as it is. It always is, like, I always want these high-impact one-ofs. You have enough cantrips that playing a one-of is not unreasonable to find in an average game. So, I guess that's how I feel about the deck. 10 QPs is not what I was hoping for, but I'll be back tomorrow morning to try again. Alright, who else is playing Magic that I want to support? Yeah, I think there's enough. Actually, maybe there isn't. 1, 2, 3, 7. Maybe there's not enough. I think 1 copy would be okay, because like the matchups where you want it, you're gonna side in other green cards too. Like you're gonna side in Wilt as well, so you'll go up to like 9. But yeah, maybe it's a little bit too loose. I guess when I was playing Uro, I played a Force of Vigor in my sideboard because I had a lot more green cards, but probably not allowed to do it. Yeah, you're right, I think. Alright, that being said, there's no subs. I'm not gonna open any more chests. If there are subs, I'll open chests. But let's see who else is playing Legacy. I did. Your pack had Primal Crux and what the hell was the other card? I really don't remember what it was. It was something not good. It was Primal Crux and something else. Actually, let me scroll through. Prognostic Sphinx, that's what it was. Sphinx is cool. Primal Crux is just like stains. Alright, ooh, Doomwake is playing Amulet? Alright, I'll pay it forward to Doomwake. I'll be back tomorrow morning around 10, a little bit earlier. If you want to support the stream, then come hang out. Probably a little bit before 10 Eastern tomorrow. So see you all then.